let's talk about mum guilt, because it is real. The guilt that you aren't giving, all your children the equal amount of time, the guilt that you have not spending time with your husband, the guilt you have when you look how messy your house is, the guilt you have when you don't text your friends back, the guilt you have when you try to do something for yourself and your children need you at that time, or you choose to do something when they're napping and then they wake earlier than expected. There is so much mum guilt, and I feel like you just got to drop a bit of it. You've got to drop all of it if you can. Right now, I've been wanting to do this filming for a little while, and my son's woken early from his nap, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do it. He's right here, he's so fine, and I'm just going to get it done, because if I wait for the perfect moment, it's not going to happen. And I think that that's the thing. We put so much pressure on ourselves to be perfect mums, and we're not. We're not. And I was talking to psychologist Rebecca Black, who in one of our podcasts, who said about not being a perfect mum. It's not actually good for our kids to be perfect mum. They need us to be just good enough. And so if we can be good enough, then that's a big take home. So be good enough, have some time for you, sit in a messy house, have a cup of tea, whatever you need to do, just have a little bit of this, a little bit of downtime, a little bit of something, even if it's a small breath. One thing, this is what I do in a day, I do a breath count for 4 and then out for 6. So I breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and then out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And by breathing out longer than you breathe in, you actually help to calm your nervous system, which is so important in helping to rebalance through your hormones, helping to digest your food, helping to, let everything settle, which is what you need, particularly in postpartum recovery. And when I talk about postpartum recovery, I think people just think it's the first couple of weeks, maybe the first couple of months, but really that whole first year, be easy on yourself. There's a lot going on, especially if you're breastfeeding. You've still got a lot of hormones trying to settle out and work out what's going on, and especially as your baby grows and their demands change. But if you haven't had a full night's sleep and you've had a baby within the last year, give yourself some slack because there is no need to bounce back. There is no need to put pressure on yourself. There's no need to call yourself a bad friend, a bad mum, because we go through different things in different stages of our life, and this is just one of those. Your babies, your little people need you right now, and unfortunately those late replies on the text messages, those quick phone calls, or those phone tags with your friends, it's just part of it. The catch-ups at playgrounds where you don't really even catch up, you just running around after toddlers, or holding a baby that just won't settle. It's kind of just part of it, and you're not alone. And I think that's a big thing to remember. You are not alone. You're here with me, you're here with all of these other mamas, not just in your neighborhood, but around the world, all going through it. And I think we've got to do it together. Not compare ourselves to others, just be in it, acknowledge it, and be okay with it. Easier said than done. Of course it's easier said than done. But looking after yourself in terms of your health is really going to help you to be in a calmer place, to be in a better place mentally, to, battle through those obstacles that hit you throughout the day, because they hit you. They hit you good. If you think you got this in the morning, there's something going to come in the afternoon. I know yesterday I had it all day with 2 kids. We were fine. We did everything right. We had so much fun. Literally 10 minutes before my husband came home, my toddler was losing it. My baby was crying. The house was a mess. I was trying to clean up. And by the time we got my husband, he was walking home from the station, and we were walking towards him. I just exploded. He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No." He's like, you need to go for a walk. I'm like, no, I need a bath, or I need a nap, or I need some downtime. Because he just didn't have that downtime. And the explosions happen. So just, that's the thing. Mum guilt, it's real. Try to drop a bit of it. Try to give yourself some slack. Know everyone else is doing it, but the number one tip I have is have a bit of downtime to help you in that next obstacle. So when both kids are pretty calm, have some calm time for yourself, because you'll need it in the afternoon, trust me. I would love to hear from you as to what you're juggling with, what's going on with you, and yeah, if you've got any questions for me, pop them in the comments below. I love interacting, so ask away.
For more videos just like this, visit Productive.com.